Hi everyone, this is Cody, and in this video I'm going to be doing a recap of the Apple 5, iPhone 5C, iPhone 5S, and all the other stuff they announced. So to start off, they announced the iPhone 5C, which is a great device it looks to be. It's going to replace the iPhone 5 in the lineup of iPhones. So it has So it comes in a bunch of new colors. It comes in a neon green, a white, a blue, a pink, and a yellow. So I think those colors will be good for people, and it will also come in at a lower price for the cheapest model, and then you can pay $200 for it for the more expensive one, which, just saying, if you're going to pay that much, I would just go for like the cheapest iPhone 5S, but we'll get to that in a bit. So then they announced cases for it. It comes with lots of different color cases, so you'll be able to mix and match with your iPhone, the colors of the case and then the iPhone. They have weird holes in the bottom, but it looks okay. So then they got to announce the iPhone 5S. The iPhone 5S, actually, I think it's a really great phone. See, before, on my preference, the Samsung Galaxy S4 and the HTC One kind of were above the iPhone, but after the iPhone 5S, I gotta say I think it's top on my list, but that's just my preference. So they showed off the iPhone, just like the video they usually play, and then they started talking about like the hardware. So it has a Apple A7 chip, a new chip they came up with. It's 64-bit, which is kind of crazy because that just came out on computers a while back. So some computers, this will be faster than them. Maybe even some of the ones you're watching this video on. So that's actually pretty cool. I think even if you don't like iPhones or whatever, it's good for you because it'll make the other competitors want to make their phones 64-bit. So then they talked about battery life. The battery is going to be improved on it. I think mainly just to handle the new chip. I don't think it will really get you that much more battery life, but that's always a good thing. And then they talked about the camera. So the camera is actually pretty amazing. It's been enlarged to 2.2 aperture, which that should be good for low light performance. It has a bigger pixels, which they kind of got this from HTC, I think. Well, every photographer kind of knows it, but this is the big phone that had it before. So the HTC One had a 4 megapixel sensor, but they were really big pixels, so it could take really good low light images. The iPhone 5, their pixels aren't quite as big, but they have 8 megapixels. So I think it'll, from what it looks like, it's going to perform not quite as well as the HTC One in low light, but it's going to get you a lot better or bigger pictures. So if you have a really big display, it'll be able to display it fine. And then they talked about slow motion video. So the iPhone 5S, you will now be able to record video in 720p at 120 frames per second, which actually for me, I really like slow motion video. I think this will be great. My camera right now, my main camera, it can't even do 120 frames per second in 720p. You have to go to standard definition to get that. So I really think this will be great, having the slow motion on it. Then they came up with, I think, the main thing. I don't know how useful this will be. If it's how useful it sounds like it'll be good. So they have a touch ID, so it's basically a fingerprint scanner on the home button, and you'll be able to just unlock your phone with it, and you can even make App Store purchases. Now the one concern I had with this is, you might cut your thumb, and that was the finger you had programmed to work with it, so then you wouldn't be able to get in your device. But the good thing is you can use multiple fingers to unlock it, so you should be able to have it so you can have a few fingers and even maybe a toe that can unlock it, just in case. And then finally, They had a singer come up on stage, play some songs, and then they ended the event. So that's been my recap of the 2013 Apple iPhone event, where they announced the iPhone 5S, iPhone 5C, and cool cases. Oh, and I forgot to say, the iPhone 5S, they announced a leather case for it. It will be $39, and the iPhone 5C's case will be $29. So it's great that Apple's making cases for them now, so the people who want them can get good ones. So that's it for now. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next video.